This is part 2 of the Rejection Means Elevation video. And I had a cool little idea to mix 2 videos in one. I actually voice recorded a video called Why People Switch Up After You Level Up. And I think that rejection and the switch up is the same thing, right? It's the same thing. So I'm going to read this in my notes. I got my notes, right? And yeah, let's dig into the meat and potatoes, because this is a juicy topic. And it's also a never-ending topic. It's very real. I know you guys hear a lot of people talking about this. It's mainly because it's so true. It happens in a lot of people's lives, whether they follow Christ or not, so it's a very general topic, but it's even more relevant for believers. This is a very relevant topic for believers. And I want to make a disclaimer. First things first, just because someone left your life does not make them a bad person. We tend to hang around people who we have things in common with, and those who are on a similar path as us. And as your life evolves, so does the people around you. They're going to change, And secondly, leveling up happens in stages. We have many different areas of our life, and we don't just level up in every area at once, okay? We have financial level up, we have physical level ups, home level ups, education level ups, spiritual level ups. It's all different areas, okay? And depending on what area it is, you're going to see the fallout from. Let's say you just level up in one area, you could get backlash just from one area, okay? So it's different. Just keep that in mind. A level up happens gradually. And also, when we speak of leveling up, we are implying that you are bettering yourself in a new way. You choose to step out of the low expectations that society has for you, and you begin to create a life based on the inherent promises that God has for you. We do get very spiritual on this page, so let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. So for example, God has birthrights for us, like abundance, joy, peace, love, kindness. Like, these are birthrights. Well, kindness is a gift, but birthrights, And we have a birthright of peace and kindness. It's inherently in us. We know how to be kind, So now I'm going to give you 3 reasons why people switch up after you level up. All right, these are in no order. Some of them might be freestyle. You hear me, you get it. Number 1, they are comfortable with lies. Meanwhile, you seek the truth. A common lie we tend to believe is, this is as good as it's going to get. I'm going to stay in my hometown and do what my parents expect me to do, even if that's amount to nothing. Get a crappy job that you hate and just roll with the punches, and wait until tax time or until someone dies, and then ball out. This is a very real way that people live their life. And because I know that we are sick as people, I believe we subconsciously believe this lie. We subconsciously believe, I can't move, that's for them. I can't have better, that's for them. I can't go on vacation in the middle of the week, in the middle of the month, because that's them. That life is not for me. A lot of people believe this lie. A lot of people are like, oh, well, everybody can't have everything. Everybody can't do everything. Hey, if we're speaking worldly, if we're speaking facts, hey, you might be right. But if we're speaking truth and we're speaking kingdom, all things are possible with God. All things are possible. We don't we don't believe the lie of the enemy. We don't believe in limitations. God instructs us to leave our hometown. God instructs us to leave our mother and our father's house and get a wife and cling to her. God tells us that a well-traveled man is a wise man. So that would imply that he wants us to do these things, right? Right. So if you don't believe that, if you don't believe that lie, that this is all that it is, you will be rejected for that. They're going to look at you like, well, who do they think they are? You think you better than me? That's the first thing. That's the first thing they're going to say. You think you better than me? Now imagine you coming from the same mindset or the same environment, but you change your belief system to believe we have a right to be abundant. The world is ours to travel and to subdue. And you want to be an entrepreneur and live comfortably all year round. You don't want to have a 9 to 5. You don't want to have to clock in. There's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you know that you have the gifts and the talent and the tenacity and the determination to make a living from your hands or from your mouth or from your feet or from whatever it is that you do, whatever gift you have, if you have the audacity to make a living off of your gifts, you will be rejected. You will be rejected. We can pull up the stats. Let's pull up the stats. We here, we talking. Let's just pull up the stats. What percentage of Americans work a 9 to 5? Around 71%. 31% of Americans work the 40-hour week, and 40% of Americans work more than a 40-hour week. So 71% of the world, I'm sorry, America. I'm sorry. Don't eat me up. 41%. Yeah, 40% of Americans work more than 40 hours. So when do you have time to serve the Most High God? When do you have time for yourself? We're toiling and slaving and yet still not making ends meet. Because a lot of us are below the poverty line. Let's look up those statistics. And mind you, when we talk about poverty, understand that a lot of that poverty is us black people. Of course, other races are too, but a lot of us blacks are in poverty. 37.9 million Americans lived in poverty, accounting for 11% of the total population. 37.9 million. So out of that 11%, I wonder how many are African Americans. 40 million people is a lot. And if I could just reach and talk to one of you, I would be happy with that. Because my Father in heaven is a great provider. He is a great provider. He is. He is. I would rather be preaching the gospel out on the streets and get my basic needs met than to work at some of these slave ship jobs that I was only there for money. I was only there for money. Truly. Couldn't think of one reason to be there besides money. And you don't want to live your life like that. That is misery. It's miserable. Now, again, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do to feed your family. The point of what I'm saying is, back to the original point. The original point is, people will reject the way that you choose to live your life. They will reject the fact that you have tapped into a truth. The truth that we are abundant. People don't like that. Because they will tell you, how we abundant? We all from the same hood. We ain't abundant. So, it automatically makes you guys polar opposites. Because you know that whatever you put your mind to, you can make it happen. But they strongly believe that the cards they were dealt are the only cards that they can play with. That will cause people to repel away from you because you guys don't even speak the same language. The conversation can't even flow properly because the ideals, adjectives, and even the nouns are different. This mindset difference is just one example. That's just one example. Let's reference Amos 3:3. How can two walk together unless they be agreed? It's not very common for two people to have two totally different viewpoints and belief systems and values and still be friends. You guys may be associates, maybe business partners, but friends, no. And I'm not talking about I like red, you like blue. I like chicken, you like beef. I'm talking about the values and the core values in the way that you live your life. That is going to repel. That is going to repel. That is going to repel. You believe love is more valuable than money. And they believe money is more valuable than love. You probably won't be the best of friends, but associates. Definitely associates. Number 2. Why do people switch up after you level up? They jealous. They're jealous. Jealousy is a common human emotion. We have all felt some level of jealousy. Okay? Just because you've been jealous before doesn't make you a jealous, envious-hearted person. Just because you know how to cook, it doesn't make you a chef. Okay? So, jealousy happens in many ways. And if someone is not happy with where they are in life, or if let's say you started your business and they want to start a business, but they never take any steps to doing that, right? And let's say you have started doing that, they will slowly draw back. I've seen it. They will slowly draw back, withdraw their energy, and they will switch up on you. They won't like your pictures anymore. They won't like your posts anymore. They won't call you. They don't want to be around it. And you know why? Because you're going to end up talking about it. When you're doing something good with your life, or you're doing something that you're proud of, you're gonna talk about it. They don't want to hear you talking about that because they're still in their situation. They're not able to be happy for you regardless of their situation. They can't. It eats them up inside. Instead of seeking the face of the Lord and saying, Lord, forgive me for feeling like this towards my friend. Lord, show me how to be supportive so that when my time comes and it's time for me to win, won't nobody be, well, they're gonna always hate. I mean, it's always gonna be a hater. I'm not here to tell you guys that won't nobody hate, but teach me how to clap for them while they're winning, so that when it's my time to win, I will have people clapping for me. Instead of asking them, hey, how did you do this? They tear it down. And they're like, oh, don't nobody want to do that. Oh, don't nobody do that. Whatever. You know, envy/jealousy is it's cruel. It's as cruel as the grave. Who can bear it? Let's get that scripture. Song of Solomon 8. Set me as a seal upon thine heart, as a seal upon thine arm. For love is strong as death. Jealousy is cruel as the grave. The coals thereof are coals of fire, which hath a most vehement flame. It's cruel. Jealousy will get your face sliced. Jealousy will cause people to go into witchcraft against you. They'll be chanting your name at night. They'll be doing rituals, graveyard rituals, all type of rituals. People, man, jealousy will have people sitting up all night talking about you in your life. I've seen it. I've seen it in the spirit. I've heard it in the spirit. Conversations. And it's like, what? Because the thing about God, I love Jeremiah 33 verse 3. Come to me and I will show you the mysteries. I can't think of it right now. Why did I just butcher that? I'm so sorry. I know that. Jeremiah 33 and 3. Whatever. If you know, you know. I love that because he will start to tell you things and show you things that you did not even ask to hear or see. It's like, I did not want to hear that. I did not want to see that. Why did you show me that? But he's like, I'm showing you so that you know the type of people you're dealing with, so that you can be cautious, so that you know how to be prudent, and so that you can detach. The Lord is teaching detachment, how to be content in all things. All right. And then number 3, why do people switch up when you level up? They don't want to support you. They know how important support is. People know that. If you're a small business, let's say you're a corner store. Right? You're a corner store. And you're new on the block. And you're looking for new customers. And you're looking for regular customers. and your first customer come in and they spend $50. That $50 is going towards your inventory, right? It's going towards your inventory. It's going towards your bottom line. It's going to make sure that you keep the business running so that you can stay in business and that you can stay leveled up. But in their mind, let's say someone's jealous of you, or let's say they switched up on you. Let's say they switched up on you, and I'm sorry, y'all. I have so many things in my mind at once. This is why I typically write all my stuff down, because I have so much in my mind. But they know that your support is going to keep you leveled up, and their goal is for you to fall. They would like to see you fall. They don't want your business to stay in business. Because as long as you are leveled up and as long as you are shining, they don't want to look at you. It's painful to look at you. It's hard to look at you. I don't want to look at that. But if you fall from grace, they're going to be like, oh my God, did you see this? Oh my God, did you hear about her business? Did you know that her business failed? Did you know that? Huh? Did you know? Look, this what happened. She went into foreclosure. Yeah, she went into foreclosure. Oh my God. She's bankrupt. Oh my God. Look. Girl, let me put this in the group chat. Girl, did you hear about her? She got her car repossessed. Oh my God. She got evicted. Look. But when you post your new keys, when you riding in a new whip, when you post that now you got such and such amount of subscribers, when you post your business has been doing good, it's like, did somebody hear something? Did y'all hear something? Oh, wow. Because they can't talk good about you. If they talk good about you, that's promotion. If they support you, that's promotion. So in their mind, they're not gonna support, or they're not gonna compliment you, or they're not going to pour anything good into your soil, because they think that they're that important, that their support, that the withdrawal of their support is gonna change anything. You supporting me ain't gonna sink or swim my ship, because the Lord has called and ordained people to me, because the Lord prepared my table, because the Lord gives provision, especially when it's God ordained, when the idea is God ordained, when the business is God ordained, when the message is God ordained. You think that your lack of support is going to change anything? So in their minds, sick and twisted, they're thinking that they have some hand in your downfall. You ever been on social media and somebody like your post and they unlike it? Yeah, it's because they like what you said, but then they found out it was you. They like what they said, but they find out it was you. Look, these conversations that I have on my page, this ain't for the faint of heart. This is not for the easily offended. This is not for the jealous. I'm speaking to progressive people. I'm talking to a genius people. Glamour geniuses. Beauty and brains. Geniuses. Genius minded. Christ oriented. If you are Christ oriented, you have the DNA of a genius. Your DNA changed when you came into Christ. It changed. Put it in the comments. Testify. Testify and let me know. Or email me. It doesn't matter. I love seeing it all. I really love meeting new people, especially people that are on fire for Christ, or people that are just spiritual beings that are looking to elevate and looking to be in abundance. I love that. So never feel weird to email me anything, comment anything respectful. And but tell me some of the benefits that you've noticed ever since you accepted Christ in your life and been obedient to Christ. Because he will change the fabric of your DNA. He does. I want you guys to tell me some of the benefits you've noticed serving Christ. All right, and with that being said, I'm going to end the video right here. It's getting lengthy. I'm going to try to start being on camera more. Pray for me. Pray for me, you guys. God is calling a lot of us out of that cave. He is calling a lot of us to set our lights on the lampstand. He's calling us to be the light of the world and not to be afraid. But then too, still check out my podcast type videos. You know what I'm saying? I still be giving it up in those videos. For real. Still be giving it up. We love a good podcast style. So subscribe, like, comment, share, email me, whatever it is, whatever it is. And if this message fed you, gave you edification, wisdom, anything, you can feel free to sow. I have cashapp and I have PayPal. Just sowing where you get value from. That's the thing. And sometimes the way you sow is encouragement. Your testimonies is encouragement. You took time to write and let someone know how they helped you, or your testimony, what you're dealing with in your life, or those things are forms of sowing as well. Above all, get understanding and also wisdom. Wisdom is so valuable. Wisdom is so valuable, and nobody wants it. We're living in a generation where they just swipe past wisdom. And it's so funny that we went into the Song of Solomon, because Solomon didn't ask for riches. He asked for wisdom. And God made him the richest man to ever do it. Wealthy. 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 My people perish from a lack of knowledge. Let me get y'all this last scripture that just popped in my head before I go. Proverbs 18:1. I knew it was Proverbs 18. I'm getting better with my scriptures, y'all. Proverbs 18:1. Through desire, a man having separated himself seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom. All. We can pull it up. We can pull it up in the Bible app. We can pull it up anywhere. Where you wanna go with it? What you wanna do with it? What you wanna Yeah. I love y'all. I really love y'all. desire wisdom. Pray for a thirst and a zeal for God. All right, bye. Next video is about why they call you crazy. And I got a little testimony for that. So stay tuned.